why do I care so much about purpose? Purpose is the reason why you wake up. Purpose is the reason why you keep doing what you're doing. Purpose is bigger than discipline and motivation. It's why you want to be so consistent in what you want to do that no one gets deterred. Yo, YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Ro. We just came back from the beach. I worked out this morning, and the daylight savings is perfect. It allows me to do a lot more in the morning before the sun rises. So, you know, with my boys, Ash just got up here. They out there sitting in the front with me, breathing hard because he's tired. But today's episode I want to talk about is why do I have a purpose over seated faith? Now, this might be a little controversial. Disclaimer, I grew up very religious. I grew up in a Catholic household, especially being from New Orleans. I grew up in a very Catholic household. Both my parents bring me to church communion and all. But as I got older, I started to realize something. I started to realize that as great as faith is, and as great as it is to follow your God or gods, whoever you believe in, because I definitely did research on other religions, especially after I went to the military, and my roommate at the time was from Sri Lanka. So, you know, they're polytheistic out there in Sri Lanka. And one thing I've realized, that as amazing faith is, if you don't have a purpose or you don't have a reason for why you want to do anything, then faith almost seems so obsolete that you would blame your creator for why nothing is happening for you, right? Because at the end of the day, if we're being quite honest, you already blessed. Anything you ask for, I'm not going to say it's out of the control, but it's already asking for too much. If you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and you could speak properly, you could see, you could have access, you could eat, you got a roof over your head whenever you go to sleep at night, what you asking more for? You know? And what I mean by having purpose could be anything. It could be, shoot, you just want to be able to go to sleep at night. Or it could be you want to be the creator of Cheese 2.0. You know, my purpose and what I have found that allowed me to have a strong drive these past couple years with life without deterring from my path is, and I just really want to help people. I want to be the person that everybody runs to. I want to be the person that, you know, when a problem arises, they say, I want to call a Ro. You know, I want to ask Ro. And as of recently, due to my success and due to all the things I've been doing, you know, a lot of people have started reaching out. Men, you know, which is humbling. Most men don't ask other men for help. But I've had people like, I had a homie that I played college football with back in the day. Man, I ain't talked to that dude since I left my third college, University of Richmond, right? I ain't talked to that boy since I graduated 2021. I ain't talked to him really since 2021, maybe 2020, because we was in the same, you know, locker room before COVID really took a hit. Man, I haven't talked to him since then. He just randomly called me, and luckily I had his number already saved. Randomly called me, but we get on FaceTime, boom, 2-3 hours, almost 3 hours pass by because he asked for advice. You know, and that's a blessing to be able to be like the person that people run to, because it's like, what's your purpose now? Shoot, I can't fail. I live by this quote like crazy. How can you live knowing that other people's expectations are higher than yours? You know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, they expect me to be this type of figure in the world, but my expectation of myself is way lower. That's crazy. That don't really make no sense. And when I'm in these situations where people rely on me, they call on me and, you know, ask me for this, ask me for that. It's not always money. Trust me, it's never always money. It's truly advice. Compare that to like other celebrities. I'm not a celebrity yet. I want to be. I'm not a celebrity yet. And compare that to other celebrities where it's like, bro, people pay tens, 20, hundreds of dollars for consultants with celebrities, and they also pay a lot of money, you know, just to speak to them, talk to them, and just, you know, ask them like, how'd you get XYZ? And I got people right now for free, obviously, people asking me because, and I truly believe this what separates me from most, all right, like really most of the celebrities we see nowadays, this what separates me. I've already gone through most of it. I don't know a lot of people that's been through 4 colleges, all paid for, and it was Division I. I don't know a lot of people that went to a military school or junior college. I was on Netflix, Last Chance U. Check out season 4, last episode. That was me, number 15. Went to a Division I school during COVID, transferred again, you know, and then went to a Christian school, private Christian school. I don't know a lot of people that worked with 2 white collar jobs on a corporate level right out of college. There's a statistic that came out that this is the highest Harvard grads post graduation. I think it's like 48% of Harvard grads that don't have a job after graduation. The highest. But you know what? I found a way to get a job 3 months after graduation. You know, consistently. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like, you know, oh, you had a dog with you during college. You got 2 dogs. You're a single man, single black man, traveling all over the country, moving, living on. I've been living on my own since I went to college, so 7 years. And you taking care of yourself, and you got 2 dogs? How you do that? Raw fed? How you do that? You know, people, you know, G, you super fit. People ask me for advice, so it's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, especially these past 2 years, I've been doing the most. And I'm not talking about like attention seeking. Like, nah, I've been doing the most. Like, I really value my 168 hours a week. You know, I really value every time that I have, because it's like, people look up to me. And I'm only 26. What do I got to lose? What do I got to lose? Because eventually, and this is when it's like, this is from I heard, the first time I ever heard this from my coach who gave me Hell on Earth, which was really good because it helped me learn a lot as a man. Keith Patterson, that was my head coach at Abilene Christian. He gave the team the quote that stuck with me, is how you do anything is how you do everything. And if I'm able to garner attention positively and help people who don't expect me, like, don't give me unconditional love, but they don't expect me to live, but they ask for my advice, they ask for my help anyway, it's gonna be so much easier when it comes to kids. Like, you can't just go from, I ain't never helped anybody in my life, to now I'm finna help little ones, little kids. I tell people all the time, like, dogs are not comparable to kids by any means. But if I think having 2 dogs is a struggle, why would I bring a kid in this world? You know? So, yeah, like, I really truly strive to just be like, man, I want to impress people. I want people to look at me and be like, man, I want to keep on rolling. Oh, you wrote a book? Oh, you live in Colorado? Oh, you live in Miami, Florida? Like, what haven't you done? I like when people be like, what haven't you done? And then they'll say something like, man, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, expectations. And I never shy away from it. I never think that's a big, you know, like, price to carry. Because the biggest price to carry, no one wants you. No one cares what you got going on. No one asks how you doing. No one watches what you're doing. Haters or not, no one cares that you exist. That's probably the biggest thing that could just make me just, like, turn my head upside down. And I know a lot of guys, like, that's the biggest identity crisis that most, I know from experience from football, maybe basketball, because I'm cool with a lot of basketball players, but college athletes, that is their biggest identity crisis. Is you go from, if you make it to college, you were cold in high school. So from high school, which is 4 years, college 4 years, 8 years of attention garnered by how hard you worked and you earned, and then it could go away snap of a finger, because the percentage of people that make it professionally is, and that's why you see so many of them be like in they upper 20s, young 30s, still pursuing sports. Like, bro, hang the cleats. Hang those cleats, bro. You too old. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I hung them. Because I knew I could get that same attack. I could work that hard. If I worked 8 years to play, really, because I played football for 6, like college football for 6. So 10 years of high-level football, 6A in Tennessee, and then Division I. Man, if I worked that hard to get that kind of attention, imagine if I kept that work ethic outside of football. It's way easier to get a lot of attention outside. Respectfully, not doing anything crazy. You know, we've gone, Ash, my dog, has gone viral, you know, a few times. Hayate's gone viral too, you know. So it's easy to gain attention. You know, whenever I make these videos, I'll be like, shoot, if I got 10 people's attention, 10 views, that's a classroom of people that's all listening to this. Got 100 views? Shoot, that's like one of those like big auditorium classrooms in college. If I get 1,000 views, shoot, that's like a whole field of people, and you talking outside. If I get 10,000 views, whew, that's a small like D2 college stadium filled up and people listening to me. And if I get 100K views, y'all ever heard of University of Michigan? The big house? That's filling up that stadium. So it's like when people be so scared of, oh, how many views I got, bro, compare it to that. That's how many people are listening to you. Whether they listen to the whole thing or not, that's how much you filling up. So yeah, man, I never deter from nothing because my purpose is why I keep going. I have a consistent mindset, I have a consistent day, you know, whether I can sleep or not. Today, I was like, man, nah. I told myself, like, you know, 5 o'clock, wake up, go to the gym. Drive 20 minutes to go to the beach, Brandon Doyle. Go on live stream. You know what? Because I was having such a good day and everything was so positive, like before I even started work, I recorded this video. You know? Recorded this video. Why not? You know? Because I have a purpose. I want to give back. I want to help people. There's so many stories that people don't know of, like people's lives have changed. And man, there's a guy, I won't put no names out there. There's a guy I know that named his child after me for what I did. And that purpose. You know, I met David Goggins one time in Colorado, and I'm just hearing him talking. Everybody knows his story, especially if you read his book. But when I met him in person, I actually asked him, I was just like, what was that flip switch, and why do you keep that switch flipped? And he was just like, his purpose. You just like, I can't deter because I got a crowd of people, millions and millions and millions of people who look for me for answers without me ever touching them, without me ever meeting them. Man, when he said that, I was like, that's what I want to be like. That's what I want to be like. DG. Be just like him. So yeah, man, purpose. You know, why do I care so much about purpose? To answer that question for why do I care so much about purpose? Purpose is the reason why you wake up. Purpose is the reason why you keep doing what you're doing. Purpose is bigger than discipline and motivation. It's why you want to be so consistent in what you want to do that no one can deter it. Life can't deter it. Problems can't deter it. Nothing can deter it because it is your litmus. You know, your litmus test for why you're doing what you're doing, and it's your map. When you're driving to a location, is the reason why. If you have to go through another way, if you got to go to another way, if you make a stop, you get some gas, that's still that same destination. That's what purpose is. Always keep your purpose first. And purpose definitely could oversee faith, because faith is amazing. Believe in what you got to believe in that keeps you going. But purpose is why you are rowing the boat that God gave you with all the paddles you have.